Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's David Palmer, Leo King, and this is your weekend astrology forecast for the weekend of September the 28th and the 29th of 2019. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being a part of highvibe.tv. If you missed it, there's a couple great things that came. Well, there's a lot that came out this week on High Vibe, and here that is on YouTube, of course. One is we had an awesome Deep Love Tarot. There's a lot going on this weekend with love, especially with this new moon in Libra. Two, we had an awesome Deep Astrology where I go really deep into that. Three, we had an awesome After Dark. Four, we had an awesome live painting with me and Kim Tabay that you can check out right now. It's up on YouTube and up on High Vibe. All these shows are on High Vibe, of course. And then spiritual dance music, we just finished it for the new moon in Libra. Now, this new moon in Libra, to me, is a very weird time because just prior to this new moon in Libra, a little over a week ago, Saturn came direct. And this has been, a week and a half of like really dealing with reality and kind of having to take challenges. And this new moon in Libra wants harmony and wants balance. And we've got Venus in its home sign of Libra. And it's an awesome aspect to Jupiter and a really weird quincunx to Neptune. So, one is there's a lot of awesome opportunities right now by looking and expanding and by connecting and by opening doors and seeing what's there. Even though there's a little bit of fuzziness or an unsurety, these are subconscious patterns that we're having to learn to get over in relationships. This new moon is also making a weird quincunx to Uranus. Now, remember last month's new moon that was in Virgo? That was trine Uranus. So the last month was crazy and weird and all over the place. And remember, Uranus is in Taurus. And you got to remember that this Uranus in Taurus is really trying to understand how to connect on different value levels, how to connect your value to the world and what values are you at and shifting, and a better life. So we have to do this adventure, this experimentation, and face weird subconscious patterns to find harmony. Then you got Chiron in opposition to this new moon that's happened. So this weekend is really about facing these weird identifications and old egos that really have humbled us, these challenges that have come into our life as the South Node and Saturn are deadly conjuncting, meaning exact. And of course, I mean Saturn's exactly opposite the North Node. So this North Node in Cancer is on the star Sirius. This is important. This is an important moment this weekend for us to realize that this balance is going to take life as it is, and instead of escaping it, learning to integrate the beauty, finding beauty, exploring it, experimentation. Because we can't do this all alone. We need support, and we can't burn bridges right now. We can't burn energy. Sure, if some things are not in alignment, that's good, but you've got to stay as a diplomat. You've got to stay in a good space. I also want to remind people that the moon this weekend, after it leaves this new moon on Saturday, it's going to square that Saturn. But it will come in contact with Venus, which will be really nice. But we are going to see by the end of this weekend, as Venus does make this nice sextile to Jupiter, we are going to start seeing it square to Pluto. That means the moon will be with Venus and Mercury. So there's going to be a lot of lighthearted energy that there's a lot of extreme to and a lot of edge. And that's really, contrasting. But it's almost like, where's commitment at? Or where is your deep transformation ready? Remember that the new moon is a 30-day cycle. So this is a month cycle that we're entering. And in this month, there's going to be so much going on, especially with Pluto that comes direct at the beginning of October on the 3rd. So this is also facing fears. This is also getting deep into a very transformational time that we are feeling, but we're like waiting for the shoe to drop, if that makes sense. But you can't just sit there and wait and just, push anything off. This is a once in at least over a decade, with Jupiter always being on a 12-year cycle, Venus in its home sign with Jupiter in its home sign. And these are the two benefics, and they're making an amazing aspect. So take this new moon to set yourself on a new journey that, yes, I know life's hard. Yes, I know there's so much going on that's challenging, but we are here to make change, and we're here to find peace. We're here to find balance. We're here to find that our values aren't all the same, and we're here, more importantly, to realize that when we put our ego in trying to fight for the things that we want and not find compromise, that we're going to be feeling alone. And if we don't find emotional support in our lives, that we're going to feel empty and alone on a big trail. And that's just not going to be too much fun. The card that I got for this weekend is the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. I mean, this is going to be a great weekend. Fate is definitely coming in. Remember that we do have Venus that has squared the nodes. We do have Saturn on the nodes and leaving the nodes this weekend. I mean, this is really the wheel of fate coming in. But there's a lot of different, places that it can land. Be open to all the places it can land, and things will go your way. Make sure that you join us on highvibe.tv. We have awesome apps. We have so much. And next week, I'm going to be bringing out an awesome video about the pre-2020 survival video / guide for you until we get to this big eclipse season on Christmas. That's literally when we're having the solar eclipse, Christmas Day into that next day. And then we go into a 2-week cycle, and then we go into a lunar eclipse, and then Saturn-Pluto conjunct with the Sun and Mercury conjunct. It's going to be intense. You can feel it now. This is a time to start getting on the right life rafts of the right people and the right emotion and the right places that are going to truly be there in emotional support to get us through this time. And use that for this weekend. I love you all very much. Thank you for joining us on highvibe.tv.